We are back here with Shane Worth from Worth Inspecting. There is another feature that we wanted to let you guys know about that they are experts in, so we thought it would be smart to just give you the information. So I'm just going to get right into it because I think this is a really awesome thing that our community members and our neighbors need to know about. It's a move-in certification.
Yeah.
So this isn't something that a buyer would get from you. This is something a seller would actually contact you about.
Yep.
So can you tell me what that is?
All right, a move-in certified inspection is an inspection that's for the seller. This inspection is the same as a typical general home inspection that would be for a buyer. What the benefits of a move-in certified inspection is that the inspection report that's generated, it actually gets put onto a site, which is it's actually called Fetch, and they can go onto this site, and anyone is able to access this report, and it's a report of the home that they're potentially looking into buying. The benefit on that is being able to see the house before you actually put in an offer and start the whole process of getting everybody in motion, and to come and find out that at the end, get an inspection that there's problems that you just can't deal with. So this gives them a little foresight on the homes that they're able to see. The benefits that are to a seller are they get a third party's unbiased evaluation of the home, and they can rationalize the cost that they're asking for their home and stuff like that. Then another one of the benefits is that repairs that need to be done to the home. This allows them ample amount of time to get the repairs done rather than have myself or another inspector find it at the time of while we're in the process of the buying. It allows them to be able to shop around for contractors. If you were to call a contractor today and tell him that you need to have repairs done within 10 days, you can definitely, he'll be there tomorrow, and you can definitely expect to pay about at least probably 50 to 100% more. And
it's a lot.
Right. And if you are the seller and you're qualified to do it yourself, you can, or if you feel you have the experience to be able to do these repairs yourself, it gives you time to do them, and you don't end up having that amount of money put into, getting repairs done. And in return, it eliminates the whole 11th hour negotiations. I mean, there'll be nothing to negotiate about. The way that the things have been corrected are put back on to the site, and shows that you are dealing in good faith with the to try to make the home as right as it's supposed to be. When we was talking before, a lot of times sellers, defects happen in homes, and they do, and they can be easily overlooked. Once you've lived with them for a long time, you don't see them anymore. And this helps just get little things corrected the way that that would present and represent your home in the way you want for the price that you've had it listed for.
Right, and I'm glad you talked about that because the request to remedy period is not that long of a period of time. And it can be very difficult this time of year, and I mean all the way through fall really. Contractors get booked up quickly because
they do.
In Ohio, we don't have a 12-month period that you can really do work outside.
Yeah, the sun comes out and it's time to get working.
It's time to get things done.
Yeah.
So it's not like contractors have all the time in the world to come out and do these things, especially when, if they've got an option between this huge job that's going to pay them this paycheck, and then this job that's not going to be close to that. It's pretty obvious which job they're going to take.
And it's even getting harder and harder to find someone that'll even take on those smaller jobs because there's so much overhead. Your overhead to run a company, a construction company, is far beyond any residential home would be able to pay for, without charging you just tremendous amounts of money.
Right.
And sending, 10 guys to your house that really you just need one.
Yep.
But,
Right.
But they got to go somewhere.
It's just the cost that this kid saved you is so much, and the time frame. I mean, if you have 10 days and a contractor can't get out there until that 10th day, if it's not done by that date, your buyer can back out.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get back.
We're right back to the whole thing again.
To finding a buyer. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think this is really beneficial. Why do you think? I mean, we've talked about how important it is to really get this done. Why do you think it's hard to get people to do this? This seems like a no-brainer to me.
It does. It does. It really does seem that way. And, not only, it would make the process of everything so much easier for everyone. There's, like I said, the negotiations would be eliminated. There's no back and forth. There's no, paperwork and things like that can be done. I mean, houses would close faster. And
For sure.
And then in return, you would turn more homes.
Right.
Everybody would.
Yeah.
So.
And I think as a buyer, looking at a house that I can see is already move-in certified, I'm going to be more apt to be interested in that
exactly.
house
And then,
than one that doesn't.
Yep, exactly. And I put signage in the yard with the listing agent's sign that, says that this house has been pre-inspected and it's move-in certified, and then it shows the website for Fetch that you can go and you can acquire the report, and so and just the sign alone attracts traffic to your listing. If even what is that sign, that would, and it allows anybody to look at it. So if you're even in a market, even thinking of being in a market, to be able to access this information because the home inspection is stressful enough. It really is.
It is.
I mean, things move so fast. And some people get buyer's remorse after jumping into this. This will help eliminate that.
Yes.
You'll know exactly what you get yourself into, do a little bit of homework, be able to see what it's actually going to take, and if you can actually take on the responsibility of it, and fully addresses all of it.
Yeah. Yep. So there's one more inspection that you guys do that I want to talk about because I think this is the coolest thing as a parent.
Yeah.
Is the monster certification.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, in the process of this all, kids they don't get the privilege of being involved. They don't get to be involved. They get drug around. They basically do. They're going in and out of homes with their parents and stuff like that. And that's the whole basis of it all is, I try to get them involved. What I do is I do a monster inspection, and I put one of these door hangers on their door, and what it does, and on the back it shows everywhere that I've actually looked. I've looked under the bed, I've looked behind the curtains in the closets for monsters, and and I give them a certificate that says and certifies that the home's been inspected and it's monster free, and that's the process of that, and it's strictly for the kids so they can at least be part of the whole thing.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you have kids that are kids go through the monster phase.
Oh, yeah.
Every kid does it. If you are a parent going through that and you can save yourself the headache and get the monster certification, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's cute, and it really gets them involved too because they feel like they've had their own inspection as well.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the information. I mean, I think it's important we talk about this so everybody knows.
Yes.
You can be one step ahead of the process.
You can. Yes.
So thanks for sitting down with us again and telling us about that.
No problem.
Thanks, guys, for watching, and we will see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.